Says everyone is bitch.
All right. Hello.
That's
Weird.
that's not what it shows. Oh, now it shows it. All right, all right.
Who's showing what?
Yes.
Good evening, dude. Good evening, Redneck. How are you today? Welcome to Trivia.
Yeah.
All right. So I believe what you say, dude's going first.
That is
Yep.
correct.
All right.
We're gonna have the little dudette over here go first.
Me and my fancy ass rose that I got from my daughter.
Dude, the
Yo.
defibrillator, officially used in 1947, was inspired by the legends of the Middle Ages, the works of Mary Shelley, the works of Edgar Allan Poe, or the scientists of the Third Reich during World War I.
You know, it might just be because of the comedic purpose that I find in it, but I'm gonna go with D.
Ah, a likely answer. This was actually Mary Shelley, B.
Oh, I didn't
Inspired
get a
by-
chance to answer. Screw you.
Oh. Oh, I thought we were doing it one at a time, so he doesn't get a point. My
Yeah,
bad.
but I don't get a chance to guess the answer either now.
Well, how about this? How about this? For just the two of us, we both get one guess, and if neither of us get it right, neither of us get the point.
Yeah.
My bad. My bad.
Okay, we'll do it that way.
For everybody's information, galvanism, or manipulating muscles with electrical current, was a Frankenstein inspiration. In 1947, a less ghoulish Dr. Claude Beck saved a teenage patient with a 60-hertz jolt to the heart from his homemade defibrillator. It was made with 2 silver paddles wired to an outlet. By the 50s, the machines were reviving patients in hospitals worldwide.
Inspired by
Alright.
Frankenstein. That's
Let me
hilarious.
just plug this into the outlet real quick.
Trial round is over.
Put you on trial.
Whoa, that's not even nice thing
Wow.
to say.
Calm down.
Well, you're live on the internet. People are going to judge you no matter what.
True.
In Edward Everett's Hale's 1869 novella, The Brick Moon, 4 old college bros use a river-powered flywheel to sling a skyscraper-sized brick sphere stuffed with people into orbit. What real-life event was made possible by this inspiration? The SpaceX program, the Salyut program, the Sputnik program, or the NASA program?
I'm going to have to go with Salute.
Salute, you say?
Am I correct? Or did I get it wrong?
You are correct.
Yay!
The Salute program was responsible for Salute stations 1 through 7 and eventually launched the seminal space station in 1971. You can see pictures of the draft and the space station there.
Sweet.
Oh, I'm ahead, dude. Haha, you got to catch up.
Moving on.
Or leave you in the dust.
You know what that makes me think
humble
of?
beginnings.
Whoa!
The humble beginnings of learning computers began A, in a villain's closet, B, a soccer game, C, a game of solitaire, or D, a checkers tournament.
I'm gonna say a checkers tournament just because, but I honestly don't feel like that's the right answer.
That video's kind of creepy.
That video actually kind of reminds me of Parasite. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that.
Yeah. I remember that. But in other news, you're correct, sir.
Yeah, I thought.
AI began learning
seems
at a
about right.
checkers tournament, changing its game until it won.
Before we move on, I would like to hit up our first sponsor not sponsored for today's
Uh-oh.
episode. We'll do
Uh-oh.
the other ones later. But my sponsor not sponsor is Dr. Pepper cream soda for when you have creamy cravings and you need to quench the craving for the cream.
I suppose
Is that
it's
the
time
cream
to
you're
go
really
ahead
trying to
and-
get?
I suppose it's time to go ahead and throw in my sponsor, not sponsor, and that would
Uh-oh.
be regular Dr. Pepper, because regular Dr. Pepper is delicious and creamy Dr. Pepper is blasphemy. Thank you, Dr. Pepper.
And then he was never heard from ever again. Hey, princess!
Legends say Binx's spirit still roams the hallways.
I'll do
Put your
mine since
rose
we're
on me.
already on the subject. My sponsor, not sponsor, is Cheetos.
I
Because while
thought you were
these
going to
fools
say
are
Dr.
debating
Pepper
about-
chocolate.
Oh God, no! Ew. But while these two knuckleheads are arguing about which drink is better, I got Cheetos.
Yay, Chibo. Or the modern boy.
All right, moving
Uh-oh.
on. Who's next?
That'd be written.
That would be me.
We're at 1 and 1.
Ooh,
1 and
all
1.
right.
Let's go.
Recently, an Australian college used a laser to grapple and move a small physical object. What was this was inspired by what sci-fi tech? The improbability ray, the tractor beam, the ionic magnetizer, or D, all of the above.
Well, I can honestly say the answer is B, but I do believe the in this particular question it's going to be D. All of the above.
So D is your final answer?
Yes.
Wants the D.
And for you, my other friend who sits quietly on the side of not incorrect,
The B.
what is your guess?
Tractor beam.
Tractor beam?
Tractor beam.
Yeah. The tractor beam.
Aha! In Star Wars, the unfortunate heroes are caught in a tractor beam that freezes their ship and pulls them toward the enemy.
I wouldn't have known this if I hadn't seen an article like 4 weeks ago about it.
We are at 2-1. Moving on. Though made famous in Star Trek, this device was actually created several years before the shows were made. A, the flip phone. B, the hypospray.
Oh,
C,
God.
data. Or D, torpedo-style ballistics.
It's on me to guess first this time, right?
Yes.
I
Oh,
believe so.
shit. Do I go for the meme or do I actually try? Alright, D.
D is in dog or B is in boy?
D is in dick.
Oh, I see.
What he craves.
That is incorrect, sir.
I
Sorry,
figured
sorry,
as much.
sorry. And moving on over to you.
C. Data.
Data. Hmm. The answer actually was the hypospray. The hypospray cures almost everything in Star Trek. The hypospray is used to inject a person through the skin, delivering the cure painlessly. In real life, however, the jet injector found use in 1960, but has since been updated to deliver its dose at the speed of sound. Doctors hope this will eliminate the need for needles.
Then they're talking to the doctor. Yeah, doc, I sure hope this doesn't hurt. What
There's
happened?
a little splash
Where am
there.
I?
Minus 1 point if you chose A and B. That was because we talked about the flip phone, and the flip phone came way after 1960.
Affirmative.
Well, of course it did.
Well, I just wanted to catch you there. Take a point if I could. You know.
Nope.
You know.
Nope.
All right.
You're
Both
good.
players
You
are
ain't that
moving
good.
strongly. And we're going to skip ahead to the next one. Speaking of space weapons,
Still 2-1.
Uh-oh.
the
by the way.
heat ray,
2-1.
a devastating weapon for many aliens and evildoers, inspired what modern system? A, the active denial system. B, the Barnabas microwave. C, the Merv grenade. Or D, the
Two.
Moab missile. I believe this is actually like the easiest question for you at this point of time.
Yeah, it's the active denial system.
The answer is A, the active denial
2-2.
system. Well, we're a long way from laser pistols, but a modern energy weapon is the U.S. military's active denial system. Used for crowd control, the non-lethal weapon works like a microwave oven and causes extreme discomfort as it heats the target's body underneath their skin and causes them to flee.
Next.
Next. Star
Yep, next
Trek's
is you, dude.
transwarp beaming inspired what new technology? A, the Scotty Mobile. B, the TARDIS factor. C, quantum teleportation. Or D, trans people.
C, quantum teleportation. I've actually been reading up on this recently.
You are correct, and this is what I wanted to posit later on, as I mentioned earlier. Recently in China, in a process called quantum entanglement, a change made to one particle in lab conditions, it says, can affect another one some distance away, but they did it to a satellite several miles above our atmosphere. It's a way to send information from one place to another without it traveling in the space between, hence quantum teleportation. They discovered that they were able to move protons at 10,000 times the speed of light. Bonus round.
Because we kind of need it.
And who is next?
Well, actually, no, because it's 3-2 right now.
Yep, that would be
And
me next.
I'm winning.
Oh, yeah. Well, then, uh-oh. Because this one's an easy one. The U.S. Navy now uses railguns and laser weapons as their most advanced cruisers and battleships. True or false?
True.
3-3.
Well done.
Is there a
Moving on.
tiebreaker?
The original inspiration for the iPad was what device? A, holocron from Star Wars. B, pad from Star Trek. C, Poppy from Starship Troopers. Or D, Schwartz from Spaceballs.
I'm gonna
Answer is
flex.
D.
Hey, hang on. I gotta flex some nerd knowledge here. The holocron from Star Wars is not a pad type device. It's like a little. It's like a cube or it's not. Okay, stop. All right, Schwartz. The Schwartz meaning the Spaceballs version of the Force. You gotta use the Schwartz. Get out of here.
Yep.
It's the pad from Star Wars. Star Wars pad. PADD. PADD.
Is that your final answer?
B is my final answer.
Oh, okay. Because just a moment ago you said pad from Star Wars.
You
so I
did
wasn't
say
I?
pad
sure.
from Star Wars.
And I was totally about to
Shut
say,
up!
You, are
You don't
wrong.
know.
Who's next?
You don't know.
You did totally say pad
It's
from
just
Star,
Star
Wars. You did.
Star Trek. Don't listen to that guy who
Unfortunately,
looked
pad
like me
from
from
Star
like 5
Wars
seconds
is
ago,
wrong,
okay?
Sir.
B.
All right, B it is. You are correct.
4-3.
For future reference, if you had chosen this answer, Poppy from Starship Troopers, you would have lost a point because you deserved it. Now, what are your points at? I wasn't.
4-3.
4-3. Oh, drat. Because
Why? You have one question left, don't you?
No, actually, the several questions that I took out of trivia today were answered recently, like the several that I did not take out of trivia today. So, 4, you are the winner.
You're the wiener. Here, have some Cheetos.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh, we got to do it like Mario 64, right?
Oh, do?
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for playing my game.
I have a.
Congratulations, you're not a failure as a nerd.
Yeah. I have a
'Cause we started to get
reply
a little
to
concerned.
my shared image on the Shaw Elite Club. Oh yeah. Word. Ah, I see. Noise.
Well, since Binks had such a conniption fit to us mentioning memory metal, let's go ahead and go over that now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Tell us more about the memory metal there.
Binks.
Oh no, no.
Right?
Unfortunately, I removed that from my brain as a defense mechanism. So you'll have to explain that, Adam.
Um, well, the thing is, I've heard two versions of it. Honestly, there's two versions of memory metal that I've been hearing about. The first is the one that you run electrical current through it and it reforms to its quote unquote pre-programmed form, whatever
Oh.
that may be. The second one that I've heard about is if you heat it to a certain point, it reforms.
Yeah, what it is you can heat the metal up, okay? And then you put it into a shape that you want it to stay at. And then whenever you've cooled it back down, you can take it and you can stretch it back out or like bend it in different ways. And I don't I haven't actually looked into it all that much, but I have watched a couple like informational quick videos on it. Where then if you heat it back up, it forms back to how it was whenever you had heated up and formed it in the first place. And it does this because of the way the molecules in it are aligned, and it has a preference to be in that shape now that you put it there when it was hot, and then you heat it back up again once you've deformed it. It has a preference to be in that predetermined shape. So
Yep.
yeah, it's like really I can't think much else that's like it.
Well, it's kind of
But
like with memory foam, where if you just compress it, it'll revert back to how it was
right.
in that nature. Um, but I know like things similar to memory metal have been shown in some of the sci-fi stuff. Like several of the Batmans have used more recent ones. Literally, I think mentioned it. But if you look at some of the older Batmans, they're essentially using stuff that pretty much is memory metal.
Yeah. And we've
Because
known about
when
this
he
stuff for a
jumps and the
while, but yeah.
and his cape just whoop, ridges out and then glides with that, I mean that's memory metal. You run electric current through it, it whoop, you stop and it can
Right.
not.
Yeah, it becomes rigid and goes
Mhm.
out to a certain shape, and then he's able
I
to
think there's
glide
some
with the wings, the cape.
I think there's some research done so that you could do it with objects that are not 100% metallic,
Yeah.
which is rather interesting on its own too.
Yeah, like there
Also,
you can do it with different fabrics now that have like micro wire and like weaved into them, and
yep,
you run electricity through it and it becomes semi-rigid.
yep. Another thing that is I think did have depictions in sci-fi and is in fact reality now is bulletproof clothing. Actual
Yeah,
clothing that can stop a bullet. I mean, you could just wear a suit and
you know, like in John
if you've
Wick.
got it. Yeah, that's actually reality. That
Yeah.
exists. It's been around for about 5 years now.
Yeah.
There's a I think it was done by a company up in Canada actually.
Kevlar type stuff that
Uh,
just
I
bullets at
wanted to mention.
thinner tolerances.
Yeah, yeah.
Headbutt the microwave.
I
The microphone.
yeah, the microwave. I wanted
Yes,
to
headbutt the
mention
microwave too.
on the memory metal now that I've regained my thoughts here.
Mhm.
Um, so the memory metal was being studied for many decades, of course. However, in the recent what was it? NASA, Department of Homeland Defense, all the space people.
Yeah.
That document that came out
Space Force?
from the Archives and Records Administration, the DIA systems of records, right? There are several pages 5 to 6 pages in this archived document that's been made public that, pursuant to several exemptions in several places on several laws and all the other crap and statutes that I'm not going to read, advanced technology reports that basically there are several pages, and with the context of the other pages, it shows that there are several links between what we know to be our specially treated titanium memory metal, because titanium is a base alloy in that. The metal and polymers that we have been able to produce into memory metal seem to have a big connection with the Roswell site.
Ooh.
Roswell, New Mexico. So what? It's alien technology.
So basically,
It may not be
the
alien
ti-
technology, just
the
may be something unique to the area.
the alloy from the quote unquote wreckage that they recovered
Mhm.
supposedly had treated alloy, said the scientist who found the wreckage, right? He didn't
Mhm.
understand it was some kind of thin treated alloy, and he believed it was titanium. Now in 2021, we know that the base elements, the base way to make this memory metal is a composite of polymers and metals, including its most base element, titanium. Well, not element, I'm sorry, alloy, titanium.
Mhm.
And it seems this metamaterial has strong implications to Roswell, because the date we started studying it was 1947, was it? Roswell, the date Roswell happened, 1949. Yeah, so it doesn't say
Oh,
that it has ties to Roswell, but it's all dated 1949, October
topical.
30th, you know. Mm-hmm.
Curiosity and Perseverance rover tires. NASA used memory metal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's what you want if you're wanting something that's going to durable, last, and hold its form. Especially if
Well,
it's just
Oh,
you
no, no,
run
no,
a
no,
little
no,
bit of
no, no.
electricity through it.
They're going to use. I think they used it in the Perseverance rover, but because of the way the Curiosity rover's wheels degraded and things like that, they're going to use memory
Well, they're
metal.
going to.
Yeah, in future rovers. I think it might be in the Perseverance rover. It doesn't say.
Well, that would make sense. Like I said, if it starts getting deformed, you could run electric current through it and
Yeah.
restore it.
Hmm. Interesting. Fucking rovers, dude.
Rovers, man.
They're fucking cool.
I mean, another
Fucking
sci-fi
cute.
stuff made reality is flying robots.
You mean drones?
Yep,
There you go.
flying robots. So there's a lot of interesting things that we're probably seeing more in a sci-fi movie or story that are now reality that we really don't think about.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
if you want to get right down to it, like, I'm sure things like bulletproof glass are once thought to be science fiction, uh, like subjects. You know, things like
well, I mean,
hell, even
Star
this rose
Wars.
right here. Like, you would think that at one point being able to genetically modify a rose to make it any color you want would have been some kind of science fiction, but we're able to do that.
No, that was
Hell,
just witchcraft.
yeah, I just went to not too long ago. We went to the botanical gardens in Birmingham, Alabama, and they had a courtyard filled with roses of every imaginable color. It was insane. They had green roses, white roses, blue roses, pink roses, red roses, roses that went from red to white to yellow, roses that had all kinds of crazy color blasts in
Yes.
them. Purple outer leaves that kind of went down into a darker blue core. It's just crazy all the different roses they had there.
Yep. I know in Star Wars they had a thing called transparisteel, which was essentially the way it was described was invisible, or excuse me, see-through metal,
Mhm.
which was also a thing that also popped up in one of the Star Trek movies,
Mhm.
where you could have see-through metal. And now, while we don't have see-through metal, we do have see-through polymers and other materials. Heck, there
Uh,
was a fad for a number of years of like just see-through handheld devices. Remember that, dude?
yeah, yeah. Like the Game Boy I have
Yep.
has kind of like a black see-through. Hell, I mean
Yeah.
that's
And
even
then
still
there
a
was
thing
also the
with
phones.
computers. Like my mine is glass on the side and on the front, so you can
Yeah. Well,
see in it and
remember
be
what
like,
was it?
ooh,
The i
computer parts.
the big iMacs that were see-through?
Hmm?
Yeah, those were ugly.
Yeah, they were ugly as hell. But it was one of those of like that was just a fad for a while of just see-through devices. But yeah, we had like
Oh,
plastics that
there's
are
a
completely
method.
see-through.
There's a YouTube channel called Nile Red, and he
Oh, I know
does this
that
on
guy.
yeah yeah. He does this on two separate videos, but he looked up some stuff on how to make transparent wood because wood is mostly cellulose, and you can break down the cellulose in the wood through different chemical processes and make it transparent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know a guy who's experimented with making transparent Kydex holsters. Which the issue with that is the thermal treatment to shape and
Well,
form
yeah.
Kydex just can ruin the transparency. He said he's done it, but it's a pain in the butt and he hates doing it.
I mean, you would think
What?
that mostly what that would just end up being is resin,
Yeah,
and it wouldn't
but
have the
it's
strength
still
of Kydex.
no, it actually does still retain the Kydex strength.
Mm.
With the resin,
No, it's
like polymer resin, or
no, it's kind of like a see-through Kydex, from what I've been told. So yeah, no, there's more advancements in see-through tech that it messes with your head. Oh well, but yeah, science made reality. Shit's
yeah,
weird,
man.
yo.
Great Scott.
No, that's awesome. Like the different things that hell that we could be seeing in movies now that in like 50 years we're gonna be old people look and be like, I remember seeing that in XYZ movie. You
I bet
know?
it'll happen. I bet it'll happen quicker. I mean, think about it. We
Watching
went
Demolition
from
Man and then seeing the self-driving cars.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Watching
we
Demolition Man, then going to Taco Bell.
Taco Bell definitely won the franchise war.
Although the fact they got rid of the Chihuahua is saddening.
Yeah, I remember back
Yeah, I
whenever
do miss evil.
uh, the Godzilla movie. I think it was the late '90s, and the Godzilla movie, and the
Oh,
The one
here
with
lizard.
the one with what's his name?
yeah.
Matthew Broderick.
Oh
Godzilla 2000 was it?
yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Even though it came out in '99, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just
Or the
it was, oh
well,
god.
speaking of 2000, the whole Y2K freak out.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
That was fun.
And then like, dude, no.
I kept
Reading
laughing.
reading about people in like 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015 coming out of their bunkers who've been in there for 15 years.
Yeah. What the
Like,
hell?
no.
The lady from
Yes.
Kansas, and she's like, "Oh well, we just thought, since Y2K was coming, we would just, go in the bunker, and we came out, and everyone's still alive." And it's like, yes, Martha, we are.
Yes.
Now, what kills me is like some of these people had like kids that they kept down there with them, right?
Oh
Uh-huh.
God, I
And like
know.
this kid goes in there being like 3 years old, comes out 15 years later, 18, full grown
Wasn't
adult.
there a horror movie that went along this line?
Like
The
holy
person who's
freaking
been in the
crap.
bunker the whole time, told that the outside is
There was
dangerous, it's
there was
toxic.
a yeah, there was actually several movies, and there was a TV show more recently that was
Yeah.
made about it. That stupid Kimmy Schmidt was the show. It had the girl who was in The Office, and I forgot.
I never watched any of it. I just shook my head
Stay
at it.
alive, damn it. Females
Yeah.
as strong as
Yeah.
hell.
That's the one. Yep.
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole Y2K nonsense was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing about some of that.
Dude, I don't even know. Like some of the people that come out of those bunkers that far into it, and they're just like, yeah, all right, guys, time's up. Nuclear holocaust has happened. We're gonna be the last few humans on the planet. There might be others like us, so we're gonna have to go out and find them. Be careful. There might be, radioactive bears and all that stuff. And they step out and like everything's normal. There's a plane flying overhead, highway built, 4 miles behind them. It's just, they got to be coming out of the being like, oh.
Unfortunately for the kid,
Everything's
his
fine.
parents were the crazy people who were like, "Football is the devil. Gatorade was made by Satan." So the kid's gonna just come out and 40 years from now, he's gonna have kids of his own, and his son's gonna come home and he's gonna be like, "Dad, I got this new Gatorade. It's called flavored Cheeto." And he's gonna be like, "Gatorade was made by Satan." And he's gonna just smack his kid, put him.
Now,
in
imagine that, though.
15 years.
Like those people having kids, like these young kids who were like 5, 6 years old going into these bunkers in 2000 or 1999, and then coming out in 2012, 2015, and
they're now a grown adult.
yeah, they get out into the world after being reacclimatized to it, and they meet somebody, they end up having kids, and then the kid asks them, well, Daddy, what shows did you like when you were a kid?
Well,
Tom and
son,
Jerry.
Would you like to know the ones I
Daddy
watched
used to go behind the
before
box.
Grandma and Grandpa put me in a box inside the ground? Or
Daddy used to go behind the cardboard box and play with the sock puppets. That was my favorite show.
first off, for 15, 16 years, how the hell did you stay down there that long? How the hell did you prepare for that much? Like, where did you put your nasties?
Well, after about the third year, we had to eat mama, but then it was okay because we just used her room for the stinky stuff.
Like, and then, you can't go and have kids because you're not going to do all that progressing and stuff while you're down there. Can't have the kid down there. I mean, sure, you could go old school, but most women died in childbirth in the old school. I say most, a lot of them, especially if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I believe that was actually a 50-50 thing, if I remember the statistic correctly.
If you did not have a proper midwife, yeah, the odds were not necessarily the best. But
getting pregnant was a brave choice.
There was a profession literally called midwife that was
Still
to
is a
help and work
profession.
with it. Yep. And dude's chewing on a water bottle over there.
Yeah, it just blips over to him while
Now,
chewing on plastic. Okay.
Watch this.
Degenerate. Degenerate.
Empty water bottle, right? Here's what you do. You've probably seen this video. I hope you have. You flush it. Okay? This is a guy that a girl's broke up with. Okay? He's destroyed. Now say sorry to it.
No.
And you say sorry. Doesn't fix itself, right? One blowjob fixes everything.
Wow.
You're welcome. You may use that.
PG-13.
PG-13, like hell. We go up on our podcast platform as explicit. Mostly because I don't want kids and teenagers listening to this shit. Mostly because I don't like kids and teenagers who aren't my kids.
I was going to say, despite the fact you have two.
Not
That
teenagers.
I
Nar-
don't like them either. So-
that Nartextra is very much we don't give a shit. There is the cussing, there is the cursing, there is dudes sex toys that occasionally pop out.
Ah, yeah. Oh man, I ain't got none up there right now. Oh well.
Ever since you moved the whole setup,
Oh yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah. 'Cause I
can't
used
see
to
it
be
as
over
well.
there in that corner,
Yep. But you could just
next
change the
to
camera
the
angle and you get full
next to the
view of the
closet.
bed. So yeah, everybody can now
Well, I mean, if
so
I wanted
all
to
the
do
better
that,
we can record is pornos.
uh,
oh.
bam, there we go.
See,
That's
there
right.
we
I
go.
got
Direct
2
view of the bed.
cameras. Oh my god.
See,
And
people
then we
like
could do.
this is why the rest of us had a
Yeah.
hard time getting just one camera.
Yeah.
Actually, I got this camera, like 2 months ago. So, and I got this camera, like a year and a half before the whole hard to find a camera horse shit started happening. Actually, no. I got this camera in 2018, late 2018.
Yeah,
And
I've
I
had
got
mine for
this
about,
camera earlier this year. 3 years
I think I've
apart.
had mine since about 2019 ish, 2019 ish.
G9 C920 Pro, C922 Pro.
This is just a C910.
I kind of want to replace both of them with Brios.
Hey, send your old one to Banks.
There you go. There you go.
I just want one that's gonna be able to give me a. I don't. It sounds stupid, but I want one of those avatars to be my Binks because I want to draw.
You want to you want to
wanna
go
draw-
full VTuber.
Yeah, I want to draw my. I want to draw my Binks because I do my own like commissions and I did his character and all that stuff. So I think it'd be fun. I'd be able
Get
to
your
show
Binks
off my.
on.
Yeah, I'd be able to show off my artsy side.
All right, getting the VTuber on. I see how it is.
Like
Go for it.
Wolf was doing.
No, Wolf is dumb.
His wolf character.
The filth.
Der Verwurf.
Captain Von Wolf.
No relation to
Mein
Wolfenstein.
Mein Lieben.
Hans, get the flamer.
Hito.
Udaho?
Idaho. Haha.
Hito.
Yeah.
Oh, yeet the hoe. Okay.
Eat the hoe.
Yeet the hoe.
Goodness.
Yeet.
Find my high school girlfriend real quick. Ah ha ha! No, I'm just kidding. I remain friends with most of those girls, except for the bitch named Audrey, who tried to make it out like I was stalking her or some shit. Like once she like tried to.
Wait, you got caught, dude?
No, literally, like she was insane, dude. Like I was like we talked all the time. We hung out at school and all stuff, and like we had dated previously, and we remained friends. And like we'd talk on the phone all the time, or like hang out, go places, whatever. And then one day I went to call her, see like if she wanted to do something that weekend. I was like, and called up, and some dude answered the phone. I was like, oh, I think I got the wrong number. I was like, Audrey there? Yeah, she don't want to talk to you. Are you sure? And like my immediate thought is like, shit, what the fuck? Some strange dude I've like, cause she lived at home with just her mom. It was her and her mom and their 4 cats. And I was just like,
4
who
cats.
the fuck is this? Like,
4 cats is your red flag.
right.
Yeah.
And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, you know, and in my teenage head, I'm like, what if she's in trouble? You know, what if this guy ain't supposed to be there or something? And I was like, I'll hear that from her then. Like, why don't you hand her the phone? Let me hear her say she doesn't want to talk to me. And then, like, from across the room, I hear her shout, "Stop calling me, creep!" I was like, so the next day at school, I went to go and like see what was going on. Like, hey, called your house yesterday. Something weird happened. Not sure what's going on there. But whenever I tried to walk over there, two of her friends come up and are like, "You're gonna have to start leaving her alone." Apparently, I'd find out like a day later from one of my buddies who was buddies with one of her buddies that she had started telling people like 2 or 3 days before that I was stalking her and I was talking about running away with her and marrying her and all these kind of things. And I was just like, the fuck?
Hell, no.
Right? and I was just
If I planned that, I wouldn't have broken up with you.
immediately
We wouldn't have broken up.
immediately, like every single red flag went off in my head. I was like, nope, I'm done with her. Completely done. Nothing. I never said one word to her again after that ever. Got rid of her off of my MySpace, which was what was up at the time.
MySpace. Oh God, those were days.
Went home, blocked her number on the telephone, all of it. Just done and over with. Your bald
He's
ears
finally
must have
showed
been
up.
burning because we was talking about you, bro.
Yeah, dude said you're dumb.
Amongst other things, but no, we were talking about your weird
he's
persona
just
thing
pretty
that
as
you were doing a
completely
while back with the
Yeah,
wolf
he's as-
character.
I'm sorry, what?
He's as pretty as a completely shaven dog. I mean, what?
I don't
was
know.
mentioned.
That Andrew said that you would get a little uppity about like the furry thing, but no, that wolf character that you had made in the VTube thing or whatever, VCam.
Oh yeah, that, yeah.
We were talking about that, and I was like, oh yeah, Wolf and his persona.
That's a default character in the whatchamacallit.
Oh yeah.
Rig.
And the what you call it? Oh, I see how it is.
Right, yeah. The what you call it? Technical
called
name
face
for
rig.
it.
Face rig. Face rig. Sorry, next time I'll choose a uppity anime girl.
Yeah. Hey,
There you go.
it'll be a lot easier to look at. No.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do a demon. I want to do a DemonBynx. I was telling them because I'd rather have an AV instead of my fat ass in my bedroom being on cam.
I mean, that's what dude does.
I know, and that's why it looks just. I don't want to do it.
You think that's bad? You should see Phil's.
Oh,
I've missed the trivia, haven't
I'm
I?
related to Phil, so I got to see his big giant egghead before he was on camera, and let me tell you, that was a sight to behold.
Related to Phil, how does that work for you?
Well,
Uncomfortably?
being Navajo is a special sacred thing, and yeah, that's about it.
Imagine Phil, but skinny and with a bowl cut.
No, imagine Phil, but skeletal, skinny, and with a bowl cut.
Oh, Mandark from Dexter's Laboratory. Yeah,
Absolutely,
I got you.
he was Mandark. Absolutely, dude. I told him. I used to tell him when we were like 12 and 13. I was like, dude, you look like Mandark. As a matter of fact, because I told him he looked like Mandark, like between like 11 and 13, we had like this arch rivalry going on. And like, I remember this one day he came over to visit at my place, and the door opens, and I see my auntie and uncle. They walk in. His older brother, his younger brothers walk in, and I'm, just standing in the living room. And in he steps. His eyes meet my eyes, and I just look at him and I say, "Philip," and he goes, "Zach, we meet again." And I was like, "You son of a bitch." And that just like cemented our friendship for
What
our
about semen?
adulthood, I
Whoa,
think.
what? Calm down. This is a children's
Oh.
show.
Sorry.
Bullshit.
Yeah,
We're
I
not
know.
those kind of natives, I swear.
I take it I've totally missed the trivia, haven't I?
Trivia.
Oh, yeah.
Trivia.
Yes.
Yeah, something about.
That was almost
yeah.
an hour ago.
I'm so disappointed, son.
You
It's okay.
overslept, didn't
I
you, by
won.
like 6 hours?
Well, I was up at 10, And I said, I got time. I'll nap. And then I was up at 11. Then I was up at 11:30. Maybe. No, I think it was 11. And all of a sudden it's 2 o'clock. I don't understand it.
Like, I'll just take a quick 10-minute nap. 5 hours later.
It goes snooze,
Right.
snooze, snooze, way oversleep, snooze.
Yeah, it's a perk of working 6.5 days a week.
Only 6.5?
Only 6.5. And I'll do it again next week.
Yeah, I've been picking up some extra hours too. I wish I got paid more though. It was funny. The owner of my
Whoa,
stores,
now.
yeah, the owner of my stores, he comes up to me and he goes, "Zach, I really trust you, and I want you to ask your friends if they need a job." And I just looked at him. I told him, I was like, "Tarek, all of my friends get paid way more than I do." He goes, "Oh, I see. Okay."
That's what he says. That's what he says. Tell them anyway. I'll match what they make.
Shit, I'm surprised he didn't.
All right, so I'm going to preface this by saying if you're easily offended by Native American stereotypes, tell me now, because I'm gonna try to say something for comedy's sake. Here we go.
You're making
Everybody
me
gets
mad.
paid more than you. What about the money from your casino?
Oh boy.
There we go.
There it is.
Man,
There it is.
Let me tell you, if I had a penny for
Oh,
every
man.
check that I have gotten from the Navajo tribe because of our casinos, I would literally have no pennies.
You'd still be as broke as you are.
Yep, and I'll tell you what, if I lived out on the res in the dirt and the clay, and I did receive those checks, tell you what, I'd probably be even worse off than I am now.
Now, when you say the res,
That's
are you
solid
referring to the largest Native American reservation on American soil?
The Navajo reservation, yes. Which is actually, believe it or not, ironically, the Navajo reservation is also called the richest reservation. But if you were to look at the Navajo reservation in its best and most plentiful spot and compare it to, say, the best or the worst off reservation, which is supposedly somewhere in South Dakota, there is no difference. It is the same clay, it is the same dirt, it is the same empty, it is the same no plumbing, no electricity. So, yeah.
So now here it's dirt. There it's grass.
Those
They also have to worry about snow.
bastards.
They also have to worry about snow.
Chris,
Yeah, that's
have
right.
you
They-
ever
they
seen
do have
Letterkenny?
water, so.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
Ye-
hard no.
Or no? So you know those the stereotypical Quebecers, the French guys, and the blue and black checkered shirts that they wear.
Where's this going?
You're reminding me of them.
Have you looked at what you're wearing?
Just did. Did you not pay? Are you not paying attention?
It's like, where is this going? I don't know. Have you looked at what you're wearing?
You fucking degen.
This isn't checkered. This is picnic plaid.
There you go.
So you stole it off somebody's picnic table?
How dare you?
Maybe some child did and then knitted it
Oh, yeah.
into a nice shirt.
Look, guys,
Used it for 6 cents.
I got my new shirt in today.
Is that Harambe?
No, that's Brian Shaw.
Is that Harambe's Lucha Libre name?
No, I think
No.
it's his cousin.
Brian Shaw, 4-time world's strongest man.
Got nothing.
Lives in Colorado. This guy. Right here. Brian Shaw.
Is that my dad?
No, it might be your uncle though.
World's strongest man. 4-time winner, Brian Shaw. Hosts his own strongman competition called the Shaw Elite, or the Shaw Classic. He's got the Shaw Elite Club. He's got all his brands and stuff here, and then he's also sponsored by the Ford dealership nearby.
Most men our age have, female pinups in their room.
Well, I don't have female pinups in my room. However, I
You have Brian
wrong one.
Shaw.
He has it on his desktop on his computer.
Yeah, a good dope.
It's on the computer,
Yeah.
not on the wall.
And then also behind you guys, another one.
I see a lot of wires going on, man. You need some.
Well, I just moved everything, and I didn't have nor wanted to have the patience to move everything. And then there's this one.
Hey, I like that one.
Is that
Yeah.
Angelina?
No, it's Gal Gadot.
that's- Wait, what? Let's see. Let's see that again.
He's like, wait a minute.
That looks like Angelina.
It's not Angelina. That's a
No.
man.
That's Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a bulge, dude.
Isn't that the who did?
It's literally the opposite of a bulge. Like, you see there how there's like a hollow.
Yeah, it's because the balls are tucked. It kind of pulls your skin
Okay.
down.
Gal Gadot.
Are you saying that you're not a big enough man to tuck?
I'm saying that if I were to tuck, I would probably rupture something.
Immediate hernia.
He has a hard enough time sitting down.
No, I can't do that weird cross your legs thing because like I gotta move everything up just to do the figure 4 leg cross thing. So
It's because you just got done talking about Mr. Shaw. Give it 5 minutes.
All right. Well,
and there he is with Carrie, his wife.
I'm gonna hop off, guys. I will see y'all laters.
All right, fuck off. No, I'm just kidding. But for real.
Bye, bitch.
See you later, man.
Later.
Now, if there were anybody on here that I would have a man crush on, it would definitely be JF Caron from Canada.
I don't know him either.
He is the current world record holder for the Max Hummer Tire deadlift at 1,202 pounds.
That's very. Was the previous one 1,200 pounds? You just had to add 2.
No, the previous one was actually held by this man right here, Zydrunas Savickas. Quite possibly the greatest strongman to have ever lived. Followed very closely by Brian Shaw. If not, then the both of them are sharing the title of the GOAT. But yeah. The previous record was like 1,020 something pounds, I think. And then they destroyed it by over 200 pounds, or by over 150 pounds last year. And then they actually, I think JF Caron could have done the 1205 this year, but opted not to share the first place with I think it was Adam Bishop at the Shaw Classic, which I had exclusive access to as a Shaw Elite Club member.
I had no idea any of these competitions existed.
Yeah, man. World's strongest man. These strongman competitions are legit, though, dude. Like, the things these guys do, insane. Talk about people lifting over half a ton of weight off the ground.
You know, there should be bonuses like can they clap and can they wipe their ass? Can they scratch their back?
They can clap, and I'm pretty sure they can wipe their butts, but I don't think they can scratch their back. Not without a tool of some kind. Their muscles are so big, they actually get like power drill, like a jigsaw power tool with like this ball utility on the end of it to massage their muscles.
What was the subject of the trivia today?
It followed along with the main episode, sci-fi turn reality.
Damn it. Shit. I knew I should have set an alarm.
You should have. You should have done so.
I don't know how I look at the clock 6 times and it's like 10 something, 10 something still, then all of a sudden it's 2. Which really sucks because I'm still working today and I work the next 6 days again. So
Oof.
I spend it sleeping.
So my daughter has never seen any of the Lord of the Rings movies.
You can fix that.
Yeah. And she was telling a story the other day. Supposed to be a spooky story. And she ended up talking about this creature that could catch itself on fire as a fire demon creature. And it was ginormous and all this kind of stuff. And had claws. It could tear the roof off of a house. And then there was this wizard who had to fight it. And I was just like, this sounds a lot like Gandalf and the Balrog. And she goes, no, Dad, it's not a lof in the bog. I was like, oh, tell me more.
Was there a bridge?
No, they were fighting on Halloween. And he was trying to save this kid named Joseph, who the not Balrog took. Yep. And then the wizard defeated it. And he became super powerful. Because he defeated it. And I was like, when the fuck did you see Lord of the Rings? Because this is Gandalf and the Balrog. Right here. But she has never seen it. And now I kind of like really want to sit down and watch it with her. Just so she can like see that and be like, hey, this is like that story I told. Oh yeah.
I'm going to show her the movie and she'll be like, hey, they took it from me.
Yeah. What's funny, I had told her as a bedtime story the story of Star Wars, starting at episode 4. And I told her like the whole story of A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then I was like, "Hey, let's watch some movies." And we end up watching those movies. She goes, "Daddy, they made a movie about the story you told me." I was like, "Actually, baby, yes, they did." They did. They asked me if they could turn that into a movie, and yes, they took Daddy's story. uh, it was great. And then I told her the prequel story, and we haven't watched those movies yet. Not gonna tell her the sequel trilogy story, and we're not gonna watch those together. Besides them being, cinematically and visually pleasing, the story was shit, and the characters were shit, and the movies were shit. So
that's when you switch it up and encourage her to read Legends instead of watch the.
Hey, I definitely am going to show her Clone Wars and even Rebels. I actually liked Rebels. But yeah,
And my
in the
dad
Bad
showed me-
Bunch or the Bad Batch, whenever that comes out.
My dad showed me Star Wars when I was a child, and compared to all the other media, it was slow and boring, and I don't care for Star Wars, so be
It
careful.
appealed to my fantasy as a child because, well, I guess I don't know. I was your typical young man, little boy. Thought that kind of shit was awesome. My college football team is fucking destroying. Love it.
I just realized I haven't slept.
What? You might need to do that.
Are you kidding me?
Probably a little bit, yeah.
I'm on my fifth wind. Now's the time to turn on a game and zone out for the next
There
12
you go.
hours.
Also, Chris, do you have a sponsor not sponsored?
My sponsor, not sponsor, is brought to you by decade-old Gunner glasses with blue blockers. For when you don't want to hate yourself after that 16-hour gaming binge.
Also brought to you by water.
For when you don't want to be dehydrated AF. But actually, let's see what time. It is 4:12. I am going to take off and I'm going to go to the gym and wear myself out.
You fixing to become the world's second strongest man?
No. I am not interested in doing all that kind of strongman stuff because that is, one, it is very, very taxing on the body, and two, you get into your 30s doing this stuff and you're considered ancient, like old. And I'm in my 30s. So I don't wanna... But no. I just want to get in shape. I just want to lose a little bit of body fat, visceral fat, and raise my lean muscle content. That way I can keep up with my children as they grow and want to be very rambunctious and play around outside and run and do all that fun stuff. This way I won't get winded after playing with them for 10 minutes and be like, Daddy's got to sit down for an hour and a half to catch his breath. I have the energy, I just don't have the ability. Up.
What you need is that cardio so you can go for like
Right.
3 hours straight. Don't neglect this exercise.
When? With Rosie Palmer and her 5 sisters? Pamela Henderson?
And your wife.
Oh my.
Oh, okay, yeah. No. That's probably a better alternative, right?
Well, you can mix and match, but
But all right, I'll catch you guys later.
All right, man.
Bye.
See you later.